Yo, come on, let's play some of this text adventure Dark Crystal and chat about the new Netflix series.
JB Games.
Play with me, JB.
People, let me tell you something, it's a beautiful thing. The Jim Henson Company has gone and done it though. The Dark Crystal and the world of Thra have been remade, and the direction has taken us to the events before the 1982 film. That's right, a prequel. Y'all, look, if it's anything that we all feel from seeing this cult classic, even if it was way before your time, it was the sense of wonder and curiosity of what in the heck you were looking at. I promise you, I was that kid when my mom put the movie on for me for the first time.
What? What's a gelfling? Fizzgig? Why does everything look so scary? What the fuck?
To put it simply, my 6-year-old self had been done a frighten. Although I knew that in some way I was looking at a very complex puppetry, this was clearly not Sesame Street. Furthermore, it gives a complete world without humans. Everything brought to life by puppets. Pfft, I just died in this game. How sad. I guess Augur just left my butt dangling in the trees. Anyway, The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance on Netflix is a series that really does hold true to the work done in the original film while also smoothly blending in today's advances of film and editing technology. Seriously folks, if you're a person that appreciates this form of practicality, to be able to see the physical textures of fantasy creatures and know that if you were in front of the camera, you can just reach out and touch, this Netflix feature is for you. It's been a while since I felt this sort of rejuvenation and hope that this art form does not have to be completely lost, because when it comes right down to it, The Dark Crystal is nothing short of masterful. By the way, this text game released on the same year as the movie in 1982, which for me was interesting. Not that it's anything deep as games go, but still kind of cool to think back on. Just this cult classic that really a lot of people didn't even know about, yet it still had its own video game, brought to us by Sierra. But folks, The Dark Crystal is a fine example of it doesn't have to be popular to be great. Each and every one of us can probably think of at least 1 or 2 gems that we discovered in the course of living that the general populace simply ignored. And for some people, The Dark Crystal is that gem among hidden gems. And thank the gods of entertainment that this woman likely felt the same way about this Henson Company feature. Y'all, I don't know if I could stress this enough, but to start off, we were close to getting just an animation of The Dark Crystal. And not that I have anything against animation artwork, but let's be real. If you like the movie, it's a good chance that you like the fact that they used puppets, man. So taking it back over to this woman, Cindy Holland, who is the vice president of Netflix original content. She had been given test scenes of the CG animation of a gelfling with a puppet Skeksis. And while the CG looked good, she didn't just shake off the main appeal of The Dark Crystal and what made it so great. And Cindy, bless her brave heart and soul, dived deeper through the much more expensive cost to straight up do everything with puppets. For that, I just applaud her and everyone who had the guts to go through with a full puppet production, because let's be real, it's a bold move when in today's world, people ain't even really thinking about looking at puppets. Which is strange because I know a lot of people are kind of over seeing these constant CG works that are being put out. Well, let me be the first to tell you, the Dark Crystal series is a breath of fresh air. You ain't looking at humans, you ain't looking at cartoons. No, you are taking in beautiful, moving, living pieces of artwork, and it's amazing. Now, I know to this point I've been singing this production's praises, but I'm gonna get down to my personal critiques, cause nothing's perfect. When it comes to filming style, set work, puppet artistry, and the puppeteering movements, I was pretty satisfied in watching this show, but I wanna say that if you're going to watch, please keep in mind that epic storytellings through puppetry is nothing easy to do. So at times the scenes may feel kinda corny. especially around the fight scenes. Don't let that ruin it for you though. The teams involved still do a good job and bring in a fun kind of action for the faster paced segments. My main gripe would be some of the decisions made with the direction of the story, because they are clearly holding true to the film's pull for epic proportion, and epicness can be a little tricky to capture, and I know it must be harder with puppets, but what I would like to see is a more legendary build with the dialogue that you feel in your gut and soul, you know? And while I admit the script isn't meeting all my expectations for the epic telling, it does come close. And the great thing is, it's a show, so they could still bring it together for the future seasons. That's it. I don't have anything else that I want to see fixed. The truth is, it ain't often that I get to see something and feel this deep sense of appreciation. Appreciation for the fact that these people who came together to make this real did not slack on any of it. You can look at the first few minutes of the first episode and immediately see that they worked very hard, and Jim Henson would be so proud. Hit that subscribe and notify. Leave a comment about the Dark Crystal. Tell me about how you felt if you had already watched the show, and if you got time, check out my other videos. I got tips, I got puppets, I got video games. Take care. Bye.